yeah, if you take a child from the city and show it a horse, that's an experimental moment. But the child doesn't go, let me think about the entire history of evolution and how horses came to be. No, what they do is like, oh my God, that's so huge and frightening, and I want to get closer to it. So for me, and what I'm interested in, I want to create music and art that is totally huge and frightening, but also so delicious and wonderful that it makes you want to be part of it. And you know, I take my compositions utterly seriously, but I'm composing music with stuff like this. Like, it's absolutely funny and it's absolutely serious at the same time. So. This is why I got into circus, is like I can play some big modernistic, chord clusters for a bunch of people standing like this, or I can play some modernistic chord clusters while someone puts a sword this long down their throat or hangs from a rope. And if I do it in conjunction with this stuff, you have an audience full of people that's really appreciating it on this real level, and it's so exciting. I mean, if you have someone hanging from the air, the message is simple. If they fall, they die. So this gets to be part of that, And so the one thing I say about my music, if it's about something, one of the things it's about is how everybody's intimate experience is epic to them. We all live epic lives. We're not like, to us, it's not a series of small events. It's a series of major events every day. Life is a gripping experience, and so just all that stuff is more than compelling to me. So art is a tool for living. So that's what it is for me. It's a tool for living. All right, I need to put a painting on the wall. I get a hammer. It's a tool. I have the nail. It's a tool. Wham, wham, wham. Put the painting on the wall. I have a painting of New Orleans, the city of New Orleans. Every day I eat breakfast, I look at that painting, and I think about New Orleans, and I think about the places I've lived. It's a good tool. So with my art, for whatever you get out of it, I want to create a good tool for myself and for the audience. Something like, oh, I had this experience, and that was wonderful, or enrich my life in some way. The flute piece is I'm breathing in the flute, I'm tapping the keys. It was really quiet, and I did for a modern dance piece, and I did it acoustically. And so I got on stage, and I thought, I'll perform this piece tonight. I was doing this kind of punk flamenco, like a punk Michael Hedges stuff at the time. And I thought, I'll do the flute piece, but it probably won't go over that well, but I'll just do it. So I got on stage. I had never played it through a PA before. So when I went into the flute, it went bang! And I played the piece just as I had written it, and it just sounded enormous. And it was like if you got on a tricycle and it suddenly went 50 miles an hour, and you could still steer and you still had control, but it was so much bigger than anything that I had written. But there's like this is long moment of silence after I was done, I was done, and then everyone just flipped out. And I remember I looked up and thanked whatever it was for making such nice music. So, you know, that was huge for me. You know, I'm playing 4 against, you know, 7 or whatever with my fingers. I have geeky, intellectual music. But basically I want music for me to do the same things it does for, you know, a good 99% of everybody else on the planet. You know, which is to convey spiritual, emotional, and most important, sublingual information. Things that if you defined it, you don't get it. Like those big blocks in your head that are moving around and mushing together and encouraging other blocks to move, but you can't verbally pin them down, and when you do, you no longer get it. I wrote a dirge for myself, and this chord progression is part of that. Just in case I die, I want them to play something I like for my dirge.